Hey guys, in today's lesson video, I'm going to talk about a very simple and easy concept to understand, but most people for some reason don't think about this in their golf swing, so especially in the downswing. So if you guys understand this one concept, I guarantee you we're going to gain more distance and we're going to have more club head speed where it matters most, towards the impact, towards the hitting zone. So I'm going to pull up an image right here. I think if you guys take a look at this image, I think it's very self-explanatory. It's very easy to see from the first glance that the orange and the green cart is going to finish first and the blue cart will finish last. I think that's pretty simple because we all played with, well, maybe not my female subscribers, but my male subscribers, which is pretty much like 99% of my subscribers anyways. We all play with like little toy cars when we were a kid, like Hot Wheels. So I think we all understand that the ramp that's a little bit more steep in the beginning and curves at the bottom will have a faster cart and it's going to finish first. I think that's very self-explanatory. So how does this apply to the golf swing? So from the top of your backswing, where most golfers, when they try to hit it harder, the everyday golfer, when they try to hit it harder, what happens is that from the top of their backswing, everything in general, but the most important part, our hands, our arm, the grip, the shaft, and the club head, everything from the top of their backswing position works almost in a straight, direct line towards the golf ball. So we're kind of lunging towards the golf ball and we're muscling through the whole shot with our body. And even from the side view, that might cause a little bit of a over-the-top steep downswing motion as well, which is not good for speed or distance. So what you want to understand is that from the top of our backswing, if you want to be a little bit more like the green or the orange cart, what we have to understand is that we want the golf club, just feel-wise, to almost my arms and the club has to fall down first before we try to hit the golf ball in a straight direct line from the top. What we want to do is the club and our arms has to kind of fall down first, and then in the second half, that's when our club head will want to be thrown towards the target. So we have to drop the club first, and then we have to throw the club towards the target. So instead of just throwing the club directly towards the target from the beginning, what we want to do is we want to lower the club and then throw the club head towards the target. And I think everyone will agree that's more speed, and more speed is going to equal more distance. So what you guys want to understand is, especially from the face-on golf swing, top of our backswing position, if you just focus on your hands and the grip bend, to be very simple for today's lesson, our hands and the grip shouldn't work in a direct straight line towards the ball. What we want to understand is that we have to lower the club first, lower the grip first, and then we could throw the club head towards the target. And that might feel like less power and less effort, but that's the whole point. We want to have an effortless golf swing. So if everything works towards the golf ball altogether, we're not going to have any distance or speed, especially with the driver. The angle of attack is going to be too steep. What we want to do is we want to lower the golf club first, and then we want to throw the club head in the second part of the downswing. So in order to do that, how do we lower the golf club? Of course, we're not going to get into a position where we're just going to yank the club down with our hands and arms. We want to get the golf club to fall down with the weight of the club head and gravity. So we want to get into a position where our grip is very loose and we're getting our lower body to shift our weight into our lead side. Then the golf club will fall down to around halfway down. So the drill I have for you guys today is to get into your address position and grab the golf club in a split-handed grip, where my left hand for a right-handed golfer is where the shaft starts, and my right hand is going to be somewhere in the middle. From this position, I'm going to go top of my backswing. Now from this position, if I shift my weight into my lead side from my right heel into the left balls of my feet, this position right here, what you want to do with your hands is that you want to have a very, very loose grip with your right hand. And from this position, what you want to do is you want your right hand to be very loose. So when I shift my weight into my lead side with my lower body, the club head is going to fall into my right hand. Club head is going to fall into my right hand. So this is going to allow me to understand that I'm shifting my weight into my lead side. I'm lowering down the golf club, but I'm not doing it by just yanking down my arms. And I'm getting the golf club to come down, and also I'm not physically using my right side, my dominant side, for a right-handed golfer, so I'm not going to have a steep downswing. So it's going to help me get the golf club to fall down with gravity, and it's also going to get me into a good slot position where the club head is back behind my hands, right into the slot. Now from this position, now from the face-on golf swing, now this is when I want to grab the golf club with my right hand, feel this very good loaded position, and then that's when I want to release the golf club. So with that same feel, what you want to do is top of your backswing, shift your weight into your lead side, club is going to fall right down into the halfway down position. Now from this position, what we want to feel in the release is my right arm now can straighten out towards the golf ball, and my right palm is going to face towards the ground. It's almost going to feel like with my right palm, I'm pressing down towards the ground into the golf ball. So it's gonna look something like this. One more time with the drill. Backswing, shift my weight from my right side into my left side. So it's gonna feel like I'm just literally pushing my right side towards the target. So right heel into my left, balls of my feet, and I'm gonna get the club head to fall into my right hand. And then from this position, now this is when I'm going to straighten out my right arm and get my right palm to cover the golf ball. So it's gonna look something like this. Top of my backswing, same feel as the drill. Then from this position, let it go. So if you get into that position, I guarantee you're gonna have a much better time hitting the golf ball. And with the correct sequence of the club dropping first, and then dropping first, and then going towards the target, I think we'll have a much better time of having that effortless golf swing. So the question that most of you guys are gonna have right now, is it the same thing with the driver? Yes and no, because it's the same general concept, but if we get the same type of idea with our hands in this fashion right here, then when the club drops to our right hand, we're gonna have way too much lag, and it's very difficult from this position to release all the angles. And for most everyday golfers, we're just gonna hold on for dear life, and we're gonna have too much angles, and we're gonna come down steep. So what we wanna do with our driver is that a similar process, but it's gonna be very, very low on the shaft. So my lead hand is gonna grab somewhere around the middle of the shaft, and my right hand is gonna be somewhere, let's say around a grip away from my left hand. So from this position, I'm gonna go top of my backswing, same process, unwind my lower body, but as soon as my club head touches my right hand, that's where my slotted position is going to be with my driver. So it's a little bit of a abbreviated position. So from the face on golf swing now, if I get into that same position with my driver, from this position, if I go into the slot, now from this position, the only difference is that instead of my right hand kind of straightening out and my right palm going down towards the ground, I'm going to have my right arm kind of extend towards the target, not towards the ground, but just towards the target. That's the only difference. For the drill, we're going to be in a shorter position. And then now from this position, instead of my right arm extending towards the ground, my right arm is going to extend towards the target. Towards the target, towards that 1 o'clock position. It's going to look something like this. Top of my backswing position, get into that slotted position, and then my right arm is going to go towards the target and not towards the ground. So that's the only difference with my iron and my driver. So just hopefully you guys understand the process that my golf club and my arms has to lower down first, shift my weight into my lead side and lower the golf club down first. And then the second part of the downswing, that's when the speed happens. So get into the drill, into your system, get into that good slotted position, and then you can throw the club head towards the ground with your irons and towards the target with your driver. So if you guys like the lesson video, please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. And for in-person or online lessons, I'll leave all the information in the description below. Thanks, guys.